Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. I'd like to be joined by my old friend, top trainer Clifton Mitchell, here in Bournemouth, sunny Bournemouth. How are you?
I'm good, I'm all right. To be fair, me on the security side of things today. So we're trying to just keep everybody safe, basically.
Glad to hear it. I hope this doesn't distract you from those important duties. But you've got a big fight of your own coming up, not you personally, but Sandy Ryan. Rematch with Farias on 6th of August in Sheffield. What made you decide to put her straight back in with Farias?
There was a lot of things that wasn't right going into that fight. That's the reason why we put her back in there. If that was the best Sandy Ryan that boxed Farias on the night, I wouldn't have put her back in. That was the worst Sandy Ryan I've seen. So we've made massive gains, and we know this is still going to be a hard, tough fight, but we're prepared.
What can Sandy do differently this time around? You'll probably say everything, but what are the specific things you want her to improve on?
Head movement, moving her feet. Basically, that's all she has to do, she wins.
Can Farias improve from her first performance?
I think Farias boxed the best she's ever boxed in years on that fight, and Sandy Ryan was the worst Sandy Ryan that I've seen, to be fair. Didn't move her feet. I'll tell you what she did do. She showed everybody how tough and go. She's had that gut check, hasn't she? There, that's a gut check. Yeah, she was dead at the weight and did 10 rounds with a really rough, tough, rugged woman that's two-time world champion in a full fight. So you can't listen. I think the best thing that happened to her that she lost that fight, because now she realised this is not a joke, and she's really turned the corner, and she's in the best place she's ever been right now. She's in the best shape she's ever been there. Every fight is that, but I'm really saying she's in the best place. And I can't see her losing. I can't see her losing.
You're a former top heavyweight, of course, so I'd be remiss not to ask you about Usyk Joshua 2, only a couple of weeks away now. How do you see that one panning out?
Everybody's saying Usyk. I feel Joshua can beat him. I feel Joshua can beat him. And I also feel that if he applies himself, and I think he's not scared of getting hit, I think he's scared of gassing. So if he can take that out of his head, listen, it's still going to be a hard fight, and I think it's going to be very, very close. But I think Joshua really needs to hit him hard. Needs to get hold of him. And if he can't get hold of him, he's going to have a problem.
And you're quite close with Tyson Fury, of course. The most recent suggestion is that he's going to fight an exhibition with Hafthor Bjornsson, Thor, the Mountain, whatever you want to call him. What do you make of that idea? What do you think of exhibition fights in general?
Well, you know what, if they can sell a few tickets and earn a few quid, and people are going to buy it, why not? I mean, Floyd's done it all the way through since he's finished. So Thor has actually not got a bad jab. Actually, I watched him when he beat up what's his name?
Oh, Eddie Hall.
Yeah, Eddie Hall, and he jabbed his nut off. But
he's got Billy Nelson training him, hasn't he? Thor?
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, good. I didn't see him. I think Tyson will play with him, to be fair. I think Thor will gas before he even gets into the ring. Yeah, just thinking about the fight, the anxiety build up. Yeah, mate. It'd be, after he just fakes him and pretends it's him a few times, he'd be going like this.
Who else have you got in the gym at the moment? You got Myron.
Scarff. Nobody wants a piece of him. Nobody wants a piece of him. So we've got a few irons in the fire, I should say. So we're just looking at that, to be fair. But
he's at welterweight now, isn't he? Of course.
Yeah, very strong. No, he's in the Who Needs Him club, you know, and it's never going to be an easy fight for anybody.
Who would you like to see him fight if they weren't all avoiding him? If you had the choice,
he should have boxed Echo. I think he should have boxed Echo, really, being English champion, and Antwi gave it up because he did one offend against Harry. So if you don't respect the title, but obviously the title doesn't really mean anything, does it? English title doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Yeah, you've won English title. It doesn't give you no. It doesn't give you no next step. Next step's the British. Doesn't get you that. You understand? If you defend it 2-3 times, you should be getting a shot at the British, but it doesn't work like that.
How do you go about keeping Harry motivated and focused while all these people are avoiding him?
Well, it's easy because Harry loves boxing anyway. Yeah, and he understands that. He understands the game, and he knows that we have to force people to fight us. Understand? And he has to go on Twitter and he'll keep turning up at these places and putting himself out there and calling people out, and then somebody's going to have a go. Somebody will have a go. Like I said, Harry can fight. He can really fight. Understand? And he made that Lewis Green look too Bob. Lewis couldn't hit him with a handful of rice, you know. But and then he went abroad and knocked out an unbeaten kid after Harry beat him. So I couldn't understand why nobody wants to fight him, because like they're not gaining anything, you know. So English title doesn't mean shit. We'll give that up. I'm not even asked about it. It doesn't give you no. It's got no strength to it. It doesn't really matter if you've got it. It doesn't give you any elevation. Understand? All it does is give you another fight. That's all that does. But people want to box you for it. Like I said, the board did two things, didn't they? They got Liam Taylor against Harry, eliminator, and then they've done Congo v Crocker and a fight eliminator. So what's that? Stupid, isn't it? It really makes no sense. Sometimes I think to myself, what they're talking about.
Do you fancy either of those for Harry, Crocker or Congo?
One of them. Harry will be too horrible for him. He's just too horrible. He just knows he can fight three different ways in one round. That's what he's like. If you don't like it, he'll change it. He'll change it and change it, and he finds a way. You know. And he's a lot more mature fighter now, a lot more cleaner. You know.
Great stuff, Clifton. Always appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to looking after everyone.